Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Sunday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio Studios bunker in an undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey and Scotty's Beverly Hills Michael J. Fox Studios. Yes, that one-bedroom apartment that's infamous of, flux capacitors, family
It's infamous
ties.
of nothing.
Oh.
It's infamous of nothing, Sam.
I was trying to hype it up like how we've been hyping up the And Crew Brew.
Okay.
Yeah. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. As the Devils power play electrocutes the Minnesota Wild. Devils win 4-3. Yeah, a little power play action there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Yeah,
I see what you did there. Very nice.
A little bit
nice.
of an Old Yeller headline. I'm trying to get into the back page headlines. Whoa, Max! Wow!
Hey!
Wow!
Thank you, Max. That was actually the first thing I was going to say. Sam Wu is actually lying. It's not from an undisclosed location. It's from Mrs. Wu's palace that the bunker is located in.
Believe me, she'd rather have it be undisclosed and not on Google Maps.
It's Mrs. Wu's palace, and we want to wish Mr. and Mrs. Wu a very, very happy anniversary this Sunday. Everyone give them a big woo!
Thank you.
Every pun intended there. For the Devils' victory, for the anniversary, for the last name. There you go.
Yeah.
They are cheersing with an And Crew brew that Sam, we told you the other day, he was out on a Goodfellas mission, selling
Bootlegging.
supplies off the back of a truck, like Henry selling the cigarettes there in the prison when he first gets, nabbed and everything. So, he got pinched. Henry got pinched. So good to know that Sam Wu didn't get in trouble with the law. But congratulations to him and Mrs. Wu on their anniversary. Did you guys enjoy a Sam salad sometime
Yes,
today?
I actually posted it on X at Primetime Sam Wu.
That's the one I don't have.
But I got criticized by Mrs. Wu. Why would you post a salad after you ate it? It's just a bunch of onions and it's funny. It's funny. I know Max texted me, but I had several people DM me and text me. So what did you have for your anniversary dinner? Salad? I was like, oh. And I actually did for a change. I actually did.
A Sam salad, which we know, a Sam salad comes with beefalytics. That's how the Sam salads roll. If you were unaware, they come with beefalytics. But yes, happy anniversary to the king and queen here of the Primetime Radio Network and the Let's Go Devils podcast. Thank you for everything you do. And thank you, Mrs. Wu, for putting up with all of our antics all the time and allow us to steal Sam away from you for more time than we rightfully deserve. So happy. What's that?
She's actually glad for that because she has.
Oh, she.
Yeah, and on top of everything else, she does help out with the stats and also the game day predictions because none of us remember what we predicted. We have selective memory, and then she's like, "No, you idiot! You didn't predict that. You predicted something else." And then she has it all written down for me for this podcast, and for those that are in the YouTube Live too.
Thank you, Mrs. Wu. She does a hell of a job, and she deserves all the credit. And hopefully you guys will be able to enjoy the remainder of your anniversary after we wrap up Devils After Dark, which we're going to get into right now. First, though, off the bat, before we get anywhere, Just want to say, on a sad note, two just kind of weird things happening. One, Chandler Bing, even though he was a Rangers fan, he lost Matthew Perry yesterday into a weird jacuzzi accident. That caught everyone off guard. And then obviously the news that came out over the basically broke in the morning time over there in the UK, Adam Johnson with just an absolute, freak accident, skate blade. It's every hockey player's nightmare. It's every fan's nightmare. You never want to see something like that happen. And just want to send, all the love and support we can to his family and friends. I mean, he was a young guy over there in the UK. I've only read a few things here and there about it. I didn't see any of the videos. I'm assuming there's got to be some somewhere unless they pulled them all. It's nothing I really kind of want to watch, to tell you the truth. But you just feel horrible for the guy. You feel horrible for the teammates. I don't know what happened really in the play. All I read was there was a collision, and then I guess a little bit of a scrum, and that's when it took place. But whoever, I can't remember the guy's name, whoever skate it was, they just have to be absolutely devastated as well. So yeah, the whole situation is just horrible, awful news that you never want to hear about, that you never want to read about. And yeah, I just want to say that, from the Devils After Dark team here, from the entire Let's Go Devils podcast network, we send our best out to Adam Johnson. Insane Pollock is saying the video is bad. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. I was researching a little bit this morning, and then, I was like, you know what? I just kind of want to let this go for the time being. But whatever did actually occur, man, really, really tough news for Adam Johnson and his family and his friends. And it's something you never want to see. We had the scare last year with Hamlin, with the Buffalo Bills, Evander Kane as well, when he got his wrist stepped on, and, he immediately got off the ice and got that taken care of. Thanks, sweet Ozzy, our Lord and Savior, Prince of Darkness, right behind me here. That nothing tragic happened there with Evander Kane either. But man, Adam Johnson, my heart goes out to your friends, your family, your teammates, and every fan that was unfortunately in the arena for that happening. So was it? No. I believe it was Adam Johnson, Selecta. Yeah. So either way, kind of a crazy day yesterday with Chandler and then that happening. But we did move into some Sunday afternoon action. Got a lot of hockey to talk about. I got the Heritage Classic on here in the background. Although it looks beautiful, except for the ugly pale mustard pants that they have the Edmonton Oilers playing in. It's like, hey boys, the blue pants shipment didn't make it in time for the game, but the beer league across the street had some of these extras. Why don't you throw these on and we'll go out there. We'll play some. I don't know why they ruined those beautiful Heritage Classic jerseys with those. I don't even know what color you call that. I'm gonna go with pale mustard. I don't know. Goes great with blue and orange. I don't know. But either way, hope the Devils have some really nice unis for their outdoor game coming later this year. If they just end up with the throwbacks, okay. But it'd be cool if they got like a specific, brand new jersey like the Oilers and the Flames did over here. Either way, let's talk about this game. Number 8 at home against the Minnesota Wild. Starts out with a nice proud papa moment. Ken Danico's son, Shane, singing the national anthem. You can see a tear in Dano's eyes. So always must be a very cool thing for him whenever his son gets out there and does it. So very cool, and congratulations to you, Dano, for that. Vitek Vanacek is going to be back in net. I don't think anyone's arguing with that decision right there. Nico Hischier, we know, is going to be out. The UBI, the old upper body injury there. Tierney is in. He moves to the fourth line center. Lazar goes up to the third line, and then Mikey McLeod popping up there with Jesper Bratt and Andre Palat. So a little bit of a shakeup over there. Minnesota is ending their road trip. Mikey McLeod, by the way, third in the league in faceoffs. The same exact spot where he ended last year. So you can see that he's just picking up right where he left off. Sorry, my glasses are all screwed. These are my backup pair. My eye doctor kidnapped my glasses to get new lenses. I can't really see too much, and they're falling off my face because they're old and broken. So apologies if my glasses end up like this. I look like just a complete idiot by the end of the show. I have a feeling that's going to happen. Either way, bump. Luke Hughes. We mentioned it 2 games ago, leading the team in ice time. The past 2 games, Luke Hughes. Most time on the ice for the New Jersey Devils. They started out with an early power play here. Minnesota got a high sticking call. Jack set up. Jesper Bratt there for a shot. Misses wide. Ooh, Haula chips a rebound of Alexander Holtz. Holtzy, again, had a good game. Love the progression I've been seeing with him. You see his confidence building. He didn't get on the score sheet, or maybe he had an assist. I got to double check. Did he have an assist today? I don't think he did. No. Holtzy points today. And no Jack Hughes, even though he could have had a third assist on 2 of the goals. But either way, Holtzy put a nice shot on net, but it doesn't get all the way through. It hits the defenseman's skate, and it's just sitting right there in the front of Fleury. And Haula goes and chips it. And again, another one. Just wide. Palat, the shot that we usually see Jesper Bratt take, where he winds up and goes down on that one knee. Palat got one of those blasts from the circle, but again, stopped by Fleury. Vanacek then started off a big night. He had a big stop right in front. I think it was Kaprizov who was all over the place for the Minnesota Wild. First save of the game, first shot. and it was a doozy. So Vitek was on the go right from the get-go. And then, if I'm hearing correctly, I'm getting an update in my ear right now. I believe we do need to go to the Let's Go Devils podcast studios for this exclusive Devils After Dark goal update from the king of the football calls himself and the happy anniversary man, Sam by God Woo.
This game update is brought to you by And Crew Brew. Celebrate with the podcast at American Whiskey November 10th with And Crew Brew. Devils Wild at Prudential Center. Capacity crowd. Raining outside, 45 degrees. Oh, do we have a good one here? Lindy waves off Tommy DeVito and puts in Johnny Marino. Ball snaps the puck to Marino. Bratt, he finds Bratt. Oh, the touchdown! Touchdown Devils! Touchdown Devils! Oh, the Devils are up 1-0. Jesper Bratt with his 5th touchdown of the season. Woo!
All right. Woo! Football call. And he's wearing Mrs. Woo's crown over there. Look at that. Sam Woo coming through with another classic with our Devils After Dark goal update there for number 1 on the game. Yes, Jesper Bratt 7-game point streak for JB. He is on fire. Kevin Ball, another strong game from him. He had a couple good defensive moments as well. But Ball, over to Marino, who has been looking a lot better after those first couple games. Johnny boy is, the laces aren't out. Or wait, the laces are out. Laces are out. You don't want the laces in. Laces out! Laces out! The puck is out right now. Ball passes it over to Marino. And Marino, he skates in a little bit. And he's able to pass across ice to Jesper Bratt, who was there to put it home. And he didn't rush it. He took his time, gathered the puck. And even with Fleury moving across the crease, he was able to put it home upstairs, past the goaltender. 1-0 New Jersey Devils. That's Bratt's 5th. From Marino, his 5th assist, and Kevin Ball, his 2nd. Even strength goal there at 6:13 of the first period. After that, and I mean, it was right after that, Vanacek came up with a massive save. Big leg save. He gets him down, leg down, glove up, sliding across. He's sliding, and he ends up flat on his stomach. So that should tell you what type of situation he was in there for this chance. Again, it was Kaprizov at the side of the net getting the rebound. I don't remember who got the initial shot, or maybe it was Kaprizov that got the initial shot. Basically, it was a tip right in front on the goal, and then, or I think it was Hartman had the initial, and then Kaprizov was right at the side and leg down on both of them. The issue we saw with Akira Schmid a couple games ago, stick up, leg up. With Vanacek, he's been getting that down on the ice, keeping it locked. So nothing slides in under. Great save there from Vitek Vanacek. And then Dougie took a tripping penalty. I'm not going to really get on Dougie about this one. He hasn't been too bad with the penalties, and, they're going to happen every now and then. And the Devils, I mean, they were stuck in the zone. The Wild had him pinned in for almost the entire 2 minutes, it felt like. But the Devils did not let the Wild get into the center of the ice. They weren't able to get their passes across, and it was just basically around the perimeter. Just keep going around the perimeter. And they kept him in the zone, but I think they only had like one shot on goal. Yeah, they had one shot with about 10 seconds left in the power play, and Vanacek made a big glove save on it. The fourth line had some good puck movement after that. Ends with a long-range shot from Siegenthaler that almost found its way to the net. And then, oh boy. Brendan Smith took a big hit. Okay, he took a big hit along the boards from Duhan. Wasn't happy. He's jawing a little bit afterwards with Duhan and our old buddy Patrick Maroon, who, if you remember from the Taylor Hall days, he was the Devil for what, half a season? So he's jawing with Duhan and Maroon, and the next play, the next shift up the ice here, Brendan Smith doesn't take a penalty here, although this might be the one time where we're like, Brendan Smith, just take a penalty and hook the stick and don't let Maroon get in there. But he gets beat at the blue line by Patrick Maroon, who I might be able to beat him in a skating race. Patrick Maroon is not going to be putting on the afterburners. And there shouldn't be very many defensemen that get beat by him at the blue line. But he goes right around Brendan Smith, and he kind of takes the stick away, but Maroon eventually, gets it back, swams it back over, and he does a great move where he kicks it back to himself, and then he's able to, top shelf it on the far side of the goal. He's going this way, and he shoots back the other way. Upstairs, past Vanacek. Obviously, this is one that Vanacek is going to want back, but I don't think you could really put this one on the goaltender. Brendan Smith, come on, man. I know you're really good in the locker room and you get everyone pumped up and you're a good team player. If it's not the penalties, it's something. I don't know. We're coming close to game 10. Can there be a Cal foot sighting in our near future? I kind of want to see what he can bring to the table. Just saying. 1-1 at the end of 1. And we head into the second period. Haula takes a tough call. What do you have? A hooking or was it tripping? I can't remember. I think it was a hooking call. Let me just look here on the old NHL app. Yeah, it was a hooking against our other old buddy, Marcus Johansson. And this was a tough call against Erik Haula because really I think it was Jesper Bratt was feeding Haula, who was streaking to the net, and he was trying to meet the puck there, at the corner of the crease to chip it in. And you got to kind of tip your hat to Marcus Johansson, who got on the back check and put himself in position there to break up the play. The pass goes into the corner, and now he skates to the corner, and Haula's reaching for the puck to try and deflect it, and his stick is just kind of naturally in that position where it's going to hook Marcus Johansson. So it's really a hustle call for Johansson against Haula. Really a tough one right there. And unfortunately, on that power play, the Wild score pretty quickly with some good puck luck. There was a shot from the blue line from Addison, or was it Eriksson Ek? I think it was Addison. And they're both on. Eriksson X gives it to Addison, and then Addison takes the shot, and it was maybe like 10 seconds into the power play, and the shot from the point deflects off of the shaft of Mikey McLeod's stick, and it literally just ting, like right to Hartman there on the left wing, and he's basically just got an open net to put it in there. It's a puck luck bounce kind of deal. And that happens sometimes in the game of hockey. What can you say? But he buries it, puts it home. 2-1 Minnesota Wild. But the New Jersey Devils are a counter-strike team. And dare I say this, they like being down in games, it seems like. That's when they really kick it into extreme high gear. I feel like this team has to be like trailing at some point in every game, or it just doesn't feel natural to them or whatever. But the Devils are a quick counter-strike team, and it didn't take very long for Mr. Alexander Holtz to make something happen. Brings the puck in the zone. Eventually, he gets it behind the net and gives a no-look backhand feed to Jesper Bratt, who's coming, charging towards the net, and he slams it home. However, it was very quickly reviewed, and the goal is disallowed because as Holtzy is coming into the zone, Nathan Bastian is trying to drag his skate and stay on sides, but he was not. He was in the zone just before the puck was, so the goal is waved off for offsides. But the Devils are like, we're still going to score, though, because that's what we do. We're the Devils, and we're the Devils. The Devils! Putty style. And they're like, okay, we're going to get another power play, which they did. And on this one, they went tic-tac-toe. And they didn't wait long because Hartman scored at 2:31 of the second period. The Devils scored one, but got it, called off right after that. And then at 6:10, a PPG power play goal for your New Jersey Devils. Their 13th. Their Nico Hischier lucky 13th power play goal of the season so far. Holy Toffoli, his 7th of the season, tying it up 2-2, and this was a tic-tac-toe little triangle action that the Devils made work, and it starts out actually with Jack Hughes bringing the puck up, around, and then up the boards. He fires to the point to brother Luke Hughes. And that is where the triangle starts. So you got Luke at the front, and then you got Jesper down here at the side of the goal, and then you got Toffoli over here at the other side of the goal. Luke down to Jesper, and then right over to Toffoli, who's there to put it into the net for his 7th of the season PPG power play goal again for the most dominant power play that the Devils have maybe ever had in their franchise history. Definitely in the league right now. If there's one team you don't want to go on the penalty kill against right now, it is, you would think, Edmonton Oilers. Nah, New Jersey Devils. You do not want to be on the PK against this team because they are deadly. Deadly on the power play. 2-2 right there. Holy Toffoli, like we said, his 7th of the year. Bratt gets his 8th assist. And Lukey gets his 4th. Luke, you have come to replace Damon Severson and are doing a fantastic job. You've given the best anniversary present to Sam Wu you could ever imagine. Luke, replacing Damon Severson. And then it wasn't too long after that, because that was at 6:10. So what is this? 44 seconds later. And Sam Wu's going to get mad at this. But there's a fumble! There's a fumble at the blue line! And number 56, Lawrence Taylor, Erik Haula recovers the fumble! And he's marching to the end zone! He lets the big slapper go on a bouncing puck using the defenseman as a screen. And touchdown, Devils! Pass Fleury on the glove side. Erik Haula, Sam Wu's new favorite player, which, of course, you know from last season when Sam Wu was offered a present, a gift from his season ticket representative. Sam Wu said no to the Damon Severson and yes to the Erik Haula stick. Now we need to go to the Devils After Dark studio for an update. Sam Wu, has that autographed Erik Haula memorabilia ever been delivered to you?
I never picked it up. I'm too lazy. I am too lazy. All I have to do is pick it up.
So is there a little like a delivery box at the Prudential Center just sitting there with Sam Wu's name on it for like the last
pretty
year
much,
now?
And probably a bunch of other items as well. Just too lazy, because it's like you go to the arena, pick it up. Now I got to drag this stuff around the arena. Just too lazy. Just too lazy.
Now, obviously, I cannot compare it to the football calls of Sam Wu, but when I saw that play happen, I just immediately thought, fumble! 56 recovers! So,
and of course, I shoot you down in the group text.
I know. I said, Sam, he's like, let the pros handle the football calls, Scotty. And
yeah, you got to say, brought to you by Crew Brew.
See, I messed it up.
Yeah.
November the 10th, by the way.
Yep.
Make sure you get out to American Whiskey. Whether you got tickets or not for the game, come by. We'll be watching. We'll be podcasting. We'll be talking Devils, and we will be slamming Crew Brews. And Sam Wu's got the hookup with the beer towers with the actual red lights on top of that.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I actually took the beer towers and the light because it was something I didn't like, the safety feature of, because I'm afraid like the red light would fall off the beer tower. So I took it to a product designer today, and he said, let the professional handle this, Sam. I'll get you 6 of these safety devices on these towers so they don't fall on you drunks. And I was like, okay, all right. I'll let you handle it. Not me, taking duct tape and wrapping it around.
That's our usual. Yeah, that's our usual.
That's how we do things here on the podcast.
That's that Shorts guy's process for hanging up banners and everything like that to make it look real professional. Just duct tape across the corners.
Hey, you know what? Lazy method always works as long as it
DIY. Works. DIY. Man. Well, either way, Erik Haula DIY'd that goal over there because it was unassisted. His 5th of the year, his 3rd in 2 games. And I know we've said it a couple times already, but how good is it to see Erik Haula putting those goals in the net? Putting the pucks in the net. Putting those goals in the net. Putting the pucks in the net. He struggled so mightily earlier last year, and this season he is starting off real good, and that is a big piece for this team, having that secondary scoring. On a day where Jack Hughes, it's the first game Jack Hughes didn't get on the score sheet. Although, like we said, he could have, if there was a 3rd assist given, he would have had 2 today. But either way, Erik Haula, 3-2, 44 seconds after the power play goal, even strength, Devils up 3-2. Not shortly after that, then I think Erik Haula took a penalty. No. Who took the penalty after that? Was it Timo? Erik Haula. Oh, no, Tierney. I'm sorry. Tierney took the penalty. Vanacek. 2 big saves. Closing off the bottom. I mean, he was sprawling. Oh, wait, this is the one that had the Hartman deflect in the center. And then it was Eriksson Ek who was at the side of the net. And Vanacek just sprawling across. This is the one where I'm sorry, I got my saves mixed up here. This is the one where he came sprawling across and he landed like on his stomach because he was just diving for it. But he got that leg down and he closed off that bottom hole. No puck sliding in. 2 leg saves. Hartman right in the center slot, and then boom, Eriksson Ek right at the side of the net for the rebound. Both of them. He eats up. And then there was another big shot that Erik Haula made a big shot block on, and he went down, and you're like, oh boy, that looked like a broken ankle right there. Because, I mean, he was like curled up like a baby for a second, but he's a hockey player. He gets up and he rubs it off because Vanacek makes another big save, and he kicks the puck out, and who does it go to? Erik Haula, who was just getting back to his skates, and he's able to clear it all the way down and then make his way slowly off the ice. But he was okay. I'm sure he'll have a nice bruise there tomorrow. But again, Devils kill it off while the Wild keep the Devils pinned in the zone. And then the Devils take it too many men on the ice. So it wasn't Timo served it, but it was a too many men on the ice. So they killed one, and then they go right back to the power play. They kill that one off as well. Then Mikey McLeod draws himself a high stick call, and then we got another PPG power play goal at 16:39 of the second period. And who is it? Who else? Jesper Bratt, 3-point game again. And this could have been a hat trick if that one that Holtzy fed him on didn't get waved off because of the offsides. It would have been a 4-point hat trick game for Jesper Bratt. But this is another tic-tac-toe. So this one starting out again with Luke, actually with Jack. It was basically the same play again. It was a triangle, and then Jack starts it, brings it around and up to Luke at the point. This time he feeds it to Timo. And Timo just a one-touch pass right across, and there's Jesper Bratt to just sweep it right into the net. Past Fleury, 4-2. Bratt his 6th from Timo, his 6th assist. So maybe he's not racking up the goal column, but that's 7 points now in 8 games after he started off so miserably in those first 3. Lindy Ruff. Give the gambler credit once again. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to bench your players for those who aren't playing well. I don't know. I can't think of rhymes. I suck at that. But I'm trying to get with the flow. There we go. You got to know when to hold them, Know when to fold them. Know when to bench Timo. Know when to play him. I don't know. Someone write some good lyrics for me, and I will sing them horribly. You guys are a lot funnier than I am. But either way, Timo Meier, since his benching, has been playing a lot better. A lot better. 6th assist. Luke Hughes' 5th assist. And if we could, the triple, the 3rd assist, would have went to Jack Hughes, who started it all off. PPG, their 14th power play goal of the season. 14 power play goals in 8 games. Man, I remember a time where we were waiting for 14 power play goals for an entire friggin' season. This team is unreal on the power play. That's a 5-game point streak for Timo Meier, by the way, after those first 3. And Jesper Bratt continues with his 7-game streak. Devils up 4-2. And then right after that, Dougie. Nice defensive play by old Dougie there. The long reach breaks up a 2-on-1. Huge. That could have been a big momentum swing back to the Minnesota Wild just before the intermission. But Dougie gets a stick in there and breaks up that 2-on-1. Big play from Dougie Hamilton to keep the game 4-2. When we head into the 3rd period, not too much from the Devils. They had a couple good opportunities. Timo was right in front, and then he had a bouncing puck. Boom, 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 boom. As soon as it got to his stick, it decided to jump like 2 feet in the air for some reason and hop right over. So that was a tough one there because, Timo was right there in front of Fleury, like low center slot. Just ready to slam it. But puck, ba-toom, decides to jump over his stick. Jack then set up Holy Toffoli right there at the side of the net. Oh, he puts it off the crossbar. That's one where you get Toffoli just going like, damn it. How did that happen? Still 4-2. Jesper Bratt, man, not only is he scoring goals and putting up the assists and the points and everything like that, he's been sparking that second line, sparking Nico Hischier. He's playing on the penalty kill, and he's doing a great job. 2 back checks there in that 3rd period. And you know what that shows me? That shows me leadership and leading by example. Everyone is accountable on this team for defense. We know they can score. We know they can put the puck in the net. Jesper Bratt, he's got 3 points on the night already, should have 4. And yet he's getting on that back check to break up passes. That's a great example for the younger players on this team. Someone like, who we know they've worked together before, and Alexander Holtz, who this season already we've seen the progression and we've seen more of a responsibility for him playing a full 200-foot game. We know Holtz needed to work on his skating. He needed to work on not being a defensive liability. You can argue a little bit, but I think everyone would be in agreement that you've seen a progression for the positive from Alexander Holtz. And working with Jesper Bratt and watching him make these plays on the back check, it's important. That's important, especially with a Nico Hischier out of the lineup. Curtis Lazar intercepts a wild pass. Oh no, intercepts a wild, trying to enter the zone 2-on-1 with Mercer, but they waited just a little bit too much. And Mercer tries to give the puck back to Lazar, but he was already on top of Fleury, and the play was just broken up. They weren't able. Actually, Lazar got a backhand, if I remember correctly, away, but Fleury just ate it up. There was no angle for Lazar to do anything. They just kind of waited a little bit there. The Devils then go back on the PK, killed it off. No shots for the Wild. And then the Devils are like, hey, maybe we want to be a little bit like the New York Giants and make this interesting here very late in the game. Why seal the deal? Let's keep everyone on the edge of their seat, and let's see if we can blow it. Because the one thing this team has done, look at that with the cigar, and the cowboy hat. Woo, Lindy. Can't wait to have an Ann Crew brew with you, Lindy. November the 10th. Come over, pregame or postgame. American whiskey, Lindy. It's right across the street. Drinks are on the house. Goodfellas style. No. Drinks are on the house. Drinks are on the house over here. We're on the house. And I would never tell Lindy to go get a shine box. Never! Just come across the street, Lindy. Have an Ann Crew brew. But the Devils decided to make it very interesting and pull their own New York Giants. And Middleton gets a goal off a feed from who? Friggin' Patrick Maroon again. Are you kidding me? Maroon? Really? Yeah. Although I will say, Middleton has one of the best, take your pick, Burt Reynolds or Tom Selleck, Magnum PI mustaches in the league right now. That thing was impressive. I will say. Not too happy about the goal, but that mustache, I gotta give the thumbs up for. Not bad there, Middleton. Wild decided to pull their goalie after that. We got a 6-on-5 situation. Curtis Lazar goes down with Dawson. I think it's with Dawson Mercer again. And they got an empty net there. Dawson misses it. And then Lazar gets it. And he was held. And he goes down to the ice. Looked pretty much like a penalty there. But for some reason, the refs are like, nah, let's keep with like the Giants thing and see if you guys can blow it. The Giants went to overtime. Even if you're a Jets fan, doesn't matter. You could be thinking, how are the Devils going to Giants this up today? Because that is the one thing with this team is they give up a lot of goals too. They got to work on that. But Lazar, for some reason, doesn't draw the penalty, even though it was clear as day to everybody in the arena, except for the two officials that are supposed to be watching the game. Who am I? I mean, why would they be paying attention to where the puck is? Who knows? So the Devils don't get the call. They don't get the empty net goal, and then Erik Haula gets a tough penalty on a high stick call, and this is basically he's going to play Kaprizov at center ice, and he's sticking his stick out, with one hand, trying to deflect the puck. Kaprizov, takes a big whack, knocking it into the zone. That follow through hits Erik Haula's stick, which obviously doesn't have both hands on it because he's stretching, he's reaching, and Erik Haula's stick on the follow through gets knocked up and into Kaprizov's face. High sticking call. Another tough penalty against Erik Haula. Kaprizov kind of found a way to high stick himself, basically. Guess you got to give him credit for that. Either way, now you're like, oh man, this is really looking like the Giants game over and over again here. Oh boy, not good. 6-on-4. Oh, there we go. That's right. Lindy's like, hang on, I gotta crack an Ann Crew brew here on the bench. Calm my nerves. But the Devils managed to clear it out. They get a last gasp effort there. Kaprizov, again, takes a nasty wrist shot, low to the ground. Difficult stop there for Vitek Vanacek, but he comes up huge and eats it up on the 6-4 situation. Devils win 4-3 over the Minnesota Wild. Shots on goal for the Wild, 10, 17, 7 for a total of 34. Devils, 9, 10, 11 for a total of 30. They were 2 for 3 on the power play. Surprisingly enough, because this doesn't happen often, they were in the negative on the faceoffs today. They were 23 for 51, where the Wild were 28 for 51. Obviously, Nico Hischier not being in the lineup makes a big difference over there. 8 hits to 4, 19 block shots for the Devils, though. That's a big improvement from last time. Only 16, for the Minnesota Wild. But good game that was almost given away. Glad they didn't pull the New York Football Giants, and they went New Jersey Hockey Devils style instead. And they held on for the victory, 4-3. Devils are now, 5-2-1 on the season? Looking good. And what better type of anniversary present for Mr. and Mrs. Wu, who we're going to check in with right now, and you as well on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, X, and Twitch. Let us know what you think about this game. Yeah, I know, Steven. It should have been 6-1-1, but the damn Capitals got us. That's okay. Early in the season, we'll get them back. But Sam Wu, what say you about this game?
Power play looks awesome. It is effortless. It's so smooth. They come in waves, PP1, PP2. The applied pressure, if you're going to have a great power play being number one in the league, what I suggest that Lindy Ruff does is get his guys to outskate opponents and try to draw penalties. That's what the bread and butter right now for the New Jersey Devils. If you've got a hot power play, you've got to get opportunities. You have opportunities, you can put teams away. And I think that's what the Devils need to do early on. I think defensively, still some work to do back on the defense, but John Marino's looking better now than he did in the first couple games. Looks more comfortable. Who doesn't look really comfortable, I don't think has ever looked comfortable, is Timo Meier. Where's Timo? $8.7 million. Is he waiting for November to come before he starts scoring in bunches? I don't know. It's just weird.
Well, he does have a 5-game point streak here.
Yeah, I know, but I expect more. $8.7 million. But I'm kidding around. But Jesper Bratt living up to his contract. Jack Hughes living up to his contract so far this season. Timo Meier, I would expect more, but I'll reserve comment till All-Star break. John Marino doing better. I think Kevin Ball is doing fine. Dougie Hamilton has mitigated most of his mistakes this season. I think the Devils have put Dougie Hamilton in a more comfortable position where he's not the number one guy in the PP1. Luke is just amazing. Hopefully the Devils don't burn him out by the playoffs, but he's logging a lot of minutes out there.
Today was a little different. He did not lead the team in ice time today. It was actually our boy John, don't call me Dan, laces out, isotoner gloves, Marino with 23-plus minutes. Then I think it's Kevin Ball with 20:52. And, Siegenthaler with 21:40. And where's Dougie? Let me just get the Dougie ice time here for you, Sam, real quick.
And Supernova. I think his dad, meaning
20:55.
Because I think his dad, meaning Paul Marino, chewed into him after Sam called Marino out on the other podcast.
Uncle Paulie got in there.
Hey,
took
Paul
care of
Marino
business.
is a big fan of the podcast. He listens.
I love Paul Marino. Are you kidding me?
He listens to every word he says. So, yes, it is true. I text Paul to lay into John on a couple things. No, I take my grievances with Paul. They're like, look, your son's got all that beef. Why doesn't he use it? I'm totally kidding around. I don't do that. Although maybe I should start doing it. Start infiltrating some of our podcast things that we say.
Paul's just like, John, I want to be I want to be at that November 10th Crew Brew and be like the big superstar, on the pregame show and everything like that.
Don't be in
Be the master of ceremonies, Paul Marino.
Yeah. Just don't embarrass me, okay? Just I don't need you to score, John. Don't score. Just don't screw it up.
Hey, he's been scoring though. He's been getting his assist, and once again, Sam Wu is expecting more from Timo, and that's fine. That's fine for his price tag. But he does have a 5-game point streak, and ever since him and John got sat down by Lindy, there's been a great improvement from both of them.
Do you know who's really snake bitten? Is Dawson Mercer.
He is. He's the one that is still yet to really break through.
I think we need to get Dawson's dad at American Whiskey, offer him an unlimited amount of Crew brews, and I think that'll change his luck.
Okay.
Okay. I'll tell Paul that. Tell Dawson.
Can we send him a 6-pack of Crew brew?
Up to Canada.
To Dawson.
Oh.
To Dawson. He's 22 now.
Only if he asks me in that high voice.
Oh, man. And then Max is going to do some chugging. Oh, yeah. We're going to have Paul Marino next to Max just going chug, 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 chug. November the 10th at American Whiskey. Oh, and there's JP talking about it too. Snake bitten Dawson Mercer.
Yeah. That's where I
and
stole
St. Fox is Middleton's
That's
trying
where
to
I
be
stole
George
that line
Carlos.
from, actually, from JP.
Oh, you stole it from JP?
I stole it from JP, actually. Sorry I didn't cite my source.
Oh, man. You got Severson. Oh, boy, Max. Yeah,
Maybe...
Beachmaster is the first game that Jack Hughes didn't get points. But, as we said, he did set up both power play goals, to tell you the truth. He had the puck on his stick feeding Luke both times to start that whole triangle. Because both power plays were beautiful triangle feeds. What do you think of those power plays? Because they were quick. They were just boom, lightning strike.
I'll tell you, it's like the decision was already made before receiving the puck where the puck was going. That's how lightning fast. There's no time to react when they're passing that fast. They already know where the puck's going. And even better, their zone entries are world class. The way they hold the puck in the zone is world class. Everything is just like world class skating, skill set, that power play. And again, if that's your bread and butter, start drawing penalties. Get the man advantage. They are momentum changers. I'm telling you. That's maybe what the Devils should be doing right now if they want to, get on a little heater here. So, which they are. And now they're on the road. Right now they're undefeated on the road. Winning in Long Island, winning in Montreal, 2-0. I think they can kick some butt on the road. Now they go to Minnesota. They play on Thursday? Is it Thursday, Friday? I don't even have the schedule in front of me.
Thursday.
Yeah.
In Minnesota. Then St. Louis, and then oh man, I can't remember where they are after that. But it's a 3-game road trip.
Yeah. So, I think they're gonna continue this heater on the road. They seem like they're more comfortable on the road. And what they did tonight, look, they could have lost this game tonight too. Puck bounces a different way or whatnot, but Jesper Bratt's looking so good, Scotty.
Yeah.
It's effortless with him. My only concern is about Timo, but let's wait till.
But that's the thing with Jesper. You say it's effortless, but yet he is putting in so much effort. Like we talked about, he's on the penalty kill now.
Yeah.
He's back checking, like he's doing so much for this team, and he's making it look effortless.
Yeah.
By
that's what I
how
meant.
much? Yeah, I know, but
I didn't
just
think he was
how
lazy.
how much hard work he put in the off season, getting prepared for this, locking up that deal. You see a lot of times players sign those big deals, and all of a sudden they get way too comfortable, and it's like, hey, what happened here?
Yep. Also,
Jesper Bratt has been incredible so far this year. I mean, him and Jack have obviously been, the two big stars of this team. Jack Hughes, of course, is leading the NHL in points, but Jesper's not that far behind either.
Yeah.
And when you have that sort of combo, and, again, we'll give it to Lindy Ruff, because remember, dumb me, don't put them together. Then I was saying, don't take them, don't separate them. Like Lindy knows what he's doing. And separating them Jack has sparked Timo, Jesper has sparked Nico, which we needed to get the Swiss connection going there. Mm-hmm. And I really feel like they kicked it into game. Siegs has been good. Now I just need Akira Schmidt to step up and start playing like he did last year.
Yeah.
No Swiss cheese.
I love the Swiss reference there. All right, Scotty. We got to wrap it up soon.
We're going to wrap it up here. All right, we're going to let Sam and Mrs. Wu head off into the Devils winning sunset for this evening on their anniversary.
Actually, we have a Sunday edition of the Let's Go Devils podcast. 9
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
I hope everyone sticks around.
Yeah. Shorts Guy and Beer Baron are going to come along, and they're going to be talking some New Jersey Devils. I think I'm going to take a little breather here and let those boys talk a little, because I've just been
the collective bargaining agreement that we signed over the summer, Scotty, requires you to have at least an hour's rest in between shows.
Yes.
And I wasn't providing that.
Oh, I thought you and Mrs. Wu were going to have a nice evening over here. I thought we weren't doing
No, she is having a nice evening. She sticks me down in the basement. I don't bother her.
Down in the dungeon.
Yeah.
Of Mrs. Wu's palace. Well, Shorts Guy and Beer Baron will be along to talk about this entire week of Devils hockey and get a fresh perspective from them and what they think about the games and everything that's been going on. Don't forget, November the 10th. This is going to be big. It's going to be huge. And Crew Brew at American Whiskey. Man, I wish they had some of these out in California. I want Departed Souls to ship me some.
We're gonna have to get some like 1934, Ford Model A pickup trucks and send it across the country and deliver it.
Bootleg it, moonshine it across the country.
Yeah,
basically.
We're gonna have an underground railroad too.
Oh boy. Well, it's been fun talking Devils hockey today. Good win. Again, though, they gotta clean up some of these, these opposition goals. They give up like 3-4 every single game. And I know the Devils could put up 4 or 5 every single game, but still that's a tough road to go down every single night. Always being down at some point in a game. So the starts have been better. That has been improving. The next thing for them to work on is trying to contain their opponents a little bit better and not letting 3 to 4 to 5 goals in every single game. But this team is coming along. Lindy's got them going in the right direction. Dawson Mercer is going to be the next one to kick it into gear. I can feel it.
I can feel it too. And also, just a programming note, the actual Morning Woo will be starting sometime in November.
Oh, okay, great.
I've been, sorry for the delay, folks, but I've been working out something. I've got the new morning track, Scotty. I don't know if you and I have talked about it or not, but Melissa Harding of the band 6 a.m., Nikki Sixx's band, yes, Motley Crue, Nikki Sixx, is allowing me to use one of her tracks for the morning woo. So I'm pretty happy about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and she's going to be, might meet her before a game or something like that.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Maybe we get a live performance at American Whiskey sometime soon too.
I'll ask her.
Be like, hey, we got a stage.
Yeah.
We'll set you up outside and just rock and roll. Come on now.
Yeah, we can pay you an Ann Crew brew. You want one?
That's right.
Yeah.
And just because I see Pollock and Felix and everyone else over here, yeah, I'm thinking Vanacek back in net for right now until Akira Schmid gets himself worked out. Maybe Schmid starts in St. Louis, but yeah, I'd probably put Vanacek back in goal on Thursday. It's the hot hand.
You got. I mean, that's why you have a 1A, 1B, Scotty.
Yeah,
you got to go with the hot. You got to go with the hot goalie, and Vanacek is doing very well. Even though Akira Schmid's my guy, Vanacek is doing very well right now, and you got to ride it, and like he did last season, in the beginning of the season. So
wait, are the games? Max was saying are they back to back for the Devils?
I believe so.
It's Thursday and Friday?
I believe so.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Score. Oh, man. This NHL app. Ugh. It is ridiculous.
Hey, Scotty, I wanted to ask you a question.
Yeah, what's up there, Sam Wu?
Some of the listeners want to listen to the track that I'm talking about. Do you mind if I play that as we outro?
Sure.
All right, I'll do that. Let me set it up. Keep talking. Let me set it up.
Where the hell is November? Here we go. It is. Okay. Oh, it's Chicago we got another Sunday game again as well. All right. So yeah, Mini on Thursday, St. Louis on Friday, and then the Blackhawks. So we get to see Bedard there next Sunday. Very nice.
Vinny Parisi. He'll probably give us a...
Oh, good. Yeah, I wonder if Vinny's he'll be at the game, right?
Probably. I can't
and then
imagine.
they go to Colorado. Okay, so we see our old buddy Miles Wood and Thomas Tatar on Tuesday, November the 7th. All right, cool. Back-to-back again. How do we have 3 back-to-backs in the first,
Because the league hates us.
10 games in the season? Jeez. First 10 games of the season, we have 3 back-to-back. What is that? Thanks, Gary. Appreciate you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for nothing. All right.
Well, thank you, everyone out there on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, X, Twitch, for all your comments and your likes, your follows, your subscribes. And once again, we're wishing a happy anniversary to Mr. and Mrs. Wu over there. We will, Short Sky and Beer Baron are going to be along in just a few minutes, so stick around here for a fresh perspective, like we said, on this week in the New Jersey Hockey Devils. Sam, we'll turn it over to you for the final goodbyes.
Yes, thank you to all those listeners. Just stick around. Just give us about 5-10 minutes to turn it around and get the live feed up. November 10th. That's right, November 10th. American Whiskey before the Devils take on the Washington Capitals. We need to get revenge. And also, I'm going to outro with this track of the new Morning Woo by Melissa Harding of
6 a.m.
6 a.m. Yeah, that's it. Sorry. I'm not like you. Till next time, let's go Devils.
Try to break me down. Don't 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 try